everyone, this is Maria and I'm in the kitchen today and we're going to bake potato chip cookies. Yep, you heard that right, you guys. We're going to make cookies made with potato chips. This is what you're going to need. You're going to need some white granulated sugar, some butter, an egg yolk, vanilla, flour, chopped walnuts, and crushed potato chips. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is to measure out 3/4 cup of granulated white sugar. Okay, so that looks about right. Going to pour that in the bowl. Then we're going to add 3/4 cup butter. And so I have these small 1/4 cup cubes, and these are Land O'Lakes butter. And so I'm just going to soften them up just a little bit in the microwave. So I put these cubes of butter in the microwave just for a few seconds, for about 20-25 seconds. And so I just wanted to make sure that they didn't over melt, but just soften them. And so let's go ahead and add each one of these to the sugar. So there's the first one. And here is the second one. That one melted a little bit more. I like working with the softened butter better, you guys, but this is what I have on hand. And it's messy. I'm going to have to wash my hands real quick. So now we have our butter and sugar, and so I'm going to add 1 egg yolk. So I'm going to put my egg white in here, actually. And this is the way I do it. I'm sure there's a much easier way. And so let's just go ahead and drop that egg yolk in. I just moved the camera in a little bit closer, and I'm just going to cream this together. I really love this bowl. My sister gave me this bowl. So I've had this recipe for a very long time, almost 40 years. And so I've been married 40 years, so that makes sense because that's when I was learning how to cook and bake more. And we had just bought our home, and so a lot of the ladies on the street, you know, would share their recipes. And this was one of them. Okay, so this looks like it's all creamed together. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put 1 1/4 cup of flour, all-purpose flour, in this bowl. And so I like to set my measuring cup in here so I don't make too much of a mess. So we have 1 cup here. And also I have my oven preheating at 350 degrees. Okay, so here is 1 cup of flour, and then I have the 1/4 cup Okay, let's just get a little bit more flour in here. Okay, 1/4 cup of flour. So there we have 1 1/4 cups of flour. So now we need 3/4 cup of crushed potato chips, and I'm going to use these Lay's Classic. So I'm just going to pour some potato chips in this bowl. I'm just going to take my potato masher, and I'm going to crush these potato chips until we have 3/4 cups. So we need 3/4 cup. Let's go ahead and pour them in here. Nope, we fell shy, so we have to crush some more. Again, sorry for the crunching. That's so funny to me. Okay, so now let's see if we get 3/4 cups. I'm pretty sure we are. Okay, so we got a little bit more than 3/4 cup, and so I'm just going to go ahead and pour it in that way. And now we need 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts. So I'm just going to measure them out. So I really love nuts in my cookies, so I may add a few more. You can see I really like them. So now let's add a teaspoon of vanilla to this creamy mixture. And I'm going to stir that in. It smells really good. And I'm going to add in the flour. So I'm just going to spin my bowl around. and just mix that in. Okay, so we have our cookie dough, and now we're going to add the 3/4 cup of potato chips and the walnuts. And let's go ahead and mix that all in. It's funny, the crunching sound reminds me like when you're walking in fresh snow or maybe on autumn leaves. So now that all of our ingredients are creamed together, let's go ahead and put these cookies on a cookie sheet. So I like to line my cookie sheets with parchment paper, and then I also use this cookie scoop. Otherwise, if you don't have a cookie scoop, you can roll up the dough into these little balls, and then you can press them with a fork. And so let's go ahead and just set that there. And so you don't get that many cookies out of this recipe, so you might want to double it. But this is plenty for my husband and I. So then you take your fork and you're just going to press these down, just like that. Kind of like a peanut butter cookie. So from this recipe, I got 20 cookies. So like I mentioned, you can always double the ingredients and get double the cookies. So the cookies are in the oven, and we'll see these cookies in 15 minutes. So they are starting to brown around the edges, so I'm pretty sure they're done. I lost track of time, so let me go ahead and pull these out of the oven. So now I'm just going to put some powdered sugar into this bowl because we're going to sprinkle the cookies while they're still warm with the powdered sugar. So I'm just going to take a cookie, and I'm just going to do that, and then I'll set them down. These smell so good. So here they are, potato chip cookies, and let's go ahead and give these a taste. So I'm going to take this one right here, and it's still a little bit warm. You can see the powdered sugar on top, and so I haven't had one of these cookies in years. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are so delicious. You can definitely taste that potato chip crunch. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this cookie, and I'll probably have another one. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Happy cooking. Bye-bye.